I'm about to give you some exact predictions. Right now, I have laid over here the greatest predictions of all time. I've basically robbed the script from the Premier League. So whatever I say right now is gonna come true. So welcome. I am in DZ, and this is gonna be my Premier League predictions. I know I haven't uploaded in a while since 3 weeks ago. My fault. I don't even think that was 3 weeks ago. I think that was a few months ago. My apologies to the 8 people that actually bothered to click on that. I had the IGCSEs and all that, inshallah. So let's get into this before YouTube nukes this video of the platform, because if you are not verified, you can only do about 15 minutes. Alright, let's go. Okay, so in 20th, I've got Sunderland. Now, really, I would have put them a bit higher, but they lost Joe Bellingham, so I don't trust people at all. Now, obviously, I hope that they will at least put up a fight and not be as useless as Southampton from last season. I swear, if I see another team pull up with less than 20 points in a season, I will literally start banning championship teams. Like, seriously, we need to start banning some of the championship teams. Like, maybe if you were in the championship, if you go relegated last year, we should just stop you from coming for like a season, because I want to see some new people. But that's a video for another time. So Sunderland 20th. I don't really want to start predicting points before I start embarrassing myself. So 20th. Now 19th I've got Leeds. Leeds again. Pretty sure they sacked Daniel Farker. I haven't been checking football news recently, but if they've sacked him, I'm sure they'll put up more of a fight. But I still think they're going to get relegated, because it's Leeds. Maybe they'll get like one epic win against Manchester United, but it's Leeds. What are you gonna do? Okay, so 18th. 18th, I've got a surprise one, Brentford. Now, this isn't a normal prediction. Am I wondering, Nee, have you been smoking? Nee, are you crazy? No, I'm not. Because right now, Brentford are being managed by some random Irish guy who has never managed a single minute in his life. They didn't want to do any scouting. They just picked up a random set-piece coach and were like, yo, do you want a promotion? So I feel like he's gonna be absolutely atrocious. And I don't know, it's looking like they might lose in Mbeumo and Wissa. So I think Brentford might put up a little fight, but they'll eventually get dogged and they'll end up getting relegated and get sent back to the championship after so many years of being comfortable. Now, in 17th, I'm going to put West Ham. This is this is due to the fact that I wouldn't trust Graham Potter with my firstborn child. I this is the most disappointing Potter I've seen in my life. I would I do not trust this guy at all, and they've just lost Mohamed Kudus, and you can't keep on relying on Bowen to be scoring all of your goals day in day out. So I feel like they'll struggle, but Brentford will just be so bad that they might be their saving grace. 16th I've got Burnley. Now I'm only putting Burnley over here only because of their defensive record. If their defensive record wasn't so good, they I would have probably put them either below West Ham or even in the relegation zone to save Brentford. But I feel like for once I've been praying to God that we don't get another team that's trying to play like their prime Barcelona. And finally, I've got a team that will play with defensively instead of trying to do tiki taka. Because I do not want to see some random player from Birmingham trying to do a Trivela pass. Please, yam the ball. You are not Kaka. You are not Prime Messi. Please, I beg. Stop trying to do passing around the back. You will end up conceding so many goals. Um, but yeah, that's a rant that I probably started on, but that's also for another day. I think I've got way too many video ideas. Oh well. Okay, so Burnley 16th. 15th, I've got Everton. It's nothing really to say here. I think it will be comfortable, but you know, if it will be it will be a pretty comfortable everything. They won't really get threatened by relegation. Maybe a few times it will be like, oh, they are gonna be scared, but I feel like there will be nothing wrong. Now in 14th, I've got Manchester United. They are not doing jack shit. They are not doing anything. I'm just putting them 14th because I feel like they'll improve a little bit. But Manchester United are going to finish 14th. I would have put them 15th again, but I said that I don't want to embarrass them that much. So Manchester United 15th. And as a Liverpool fan, that makes me so, so very happy. Now in 13th, I've got Wolves again, comfortable with what's the name of their manager? Vito Vieira. I'll put his name on the screen when I do that. I'll put his name on the screen just in case. And I feel like it should just be comfortable. They'll nick some wins, maybe some famous wins, maybe some wins against Manchester United, and maybe one win against someone like a Tottenham. But it'll be comfortable, no wahala finish. Okay, so in 12th, I've got Crystal Palace. Now, I'm very sad for Crystal Palace because Nottingham Forest are a bunch of snitches and their owner is a lazy dumbass. They are probably going to be playing in the Conference League instead of the Europa League, which I feel like is very unfair because Crystal Palace like just won their first ever what do you call it, European trophy. So I feel like if UEFA is worried about match fixing, why don't you just prevent them from playing each other? Like just make sure that Crystal Palace don't play Lyon, and you'll be good. You'll be fine. There'll be no problems. But obviously, I'm sure UEFA have some other reasons. But I feel like Crystal Palace will drop off a little bit with them now experiencing European football for the first time. So they might drop back. So they might, well, actually, they won't drop back to 12 because they did finish 12 last. They finished, I think, 10th last season. And I feel like they might continue their good form and get another 50 points this season. And, 11th, I've got Fulham. Again, Fulham are kind of boring. Marco Silva is just going to cruise them into a comfortable 11th. Now in 10th, I've got Bournemouth. Now, originally, they would have been higher, but they just lost Dean Huijsen to Real Madrid and Kerkez to Liverpool. Let's go. So, I feel like they might drop off a bit, but not enough to get worried. So, they'll get 10th. Comfortable, no problems, maybe some shock wins here and there, but there will really not be anything surprising from them. How many minutes are we? Okay. So in ninth, I've got Nottingham Forest. Now I think Nottingham Forest have the Europa League to worry about, or no Conference League to worry about here. So they will probably again be fatigued from the European nights and they will drop off a little bit to ninth. But it does look like they are going to lose Elanga and they are going to lose Elanga and Gibbs White. So that seems like a very big problem. But I don't think it should affect them that much. Hopefully I don't come here at the end of the season and look like an absolute dumbass. Now now in eighth I've got Brighton. I feel like Fabian Hertzler and his boys will narrowly miss on the Conference League, and it will be a very good season for Brighton. Seventh, I've got Tottenham. Now I have more faith in Thomas Frank than I should, but I feel like Thomas Frank will bring some stability to Tottenham, and with them signing Mohamed Kudus, I feel like Kudus will be an absolute baller. That has nothing to do with the fact that I'm Ghanaian, but I feel like Kudus will be a baller for Tottenham, and they shall grow and recover from last season. And now in sixth, I've got Aston Villa. It will be a average season for Aston Villa. Nothing too crazy, just average Europa League finished. In fifth, I've got Newcastle, and I think Newcastle will qualify into the Champions League with this with fifth, and yeah, I've really got nothing to say. To just be a usual good season for Newcastle. I don't know whether they've made any signings yet, but I feel like with Eddie Howe at the wheel, Newcastle are probably going to become more and more of a mainstay in the top six. In fourth, I've got the champions of the world, Chelsea Football Club. That 3-0 was great. Again, Chelsea will maybe stumble a little bit, but I feel like their team has gotten more used to the Premier League. So with Estaval coming in and João Pedro showing a lot of promise during the Club World Cup, I feel like they'll get a comfortable fourth. Now in third, I've got Arsenal. I wanted to put them second, but I don't know. Now it depends on whether Gyökeres balls out or not. So if Gyökeres balls out, just might become a second, but nah, I feel like Arsenal will get third. Now second, I'll put Man City. Now Man City, with all their signings, I feel like it will be a very good season for them. It's maybe they'll win the FA Cup or the Carabao Cup, but okay. And number one, obviously, I've put my favorite team, Liverpool. Now, last season, I said Liverpool would finish third. And now that I realize Arne Slot isn't a total fraud, I feel like we'll finish first because of the signings of Florian Wirtz, Jeremy Frimpong, and Milos Kerkez. If we get that extra centre back, I'm sure we'll be golden and we will win the league again. For my cup winners, I feel like Man City will win the FA Cup and Liverpool win the Carabao Cup. And yeah, that's the end of the video. Hopefully you like and subscribe. It would mean a lot if I was able to make this into an actual profession instead of dealing drugs or becoming a chemist or something. I don't know. I love chemistry, but who knows? And I know I'm pretty late, but RIP to Diogo Jota. He was one of my favorite players in Liverpool. He was, every time he came on to replace Darwin Nunes, I'd always be jumping for joy because we finally had a competent striker on the pitch. Yeah. Okay. So see you guys.